Next is by Dr. Jitender, who will be presenting on ocular cicatricial pemphigoid in younger age. We need to lower down our diagnostic threshold.
Good morning. Uh, I will be presenting my case series of ocular cicatricial pemphigoid in young age. Do we need to lower down our diagnostic threshold? So there are no financial disclosures or no conflict of interest. So as we know that mucous membrane pemphigoid is a rare autoimmune subepithelial blistering condition which involves mucosa throughout the body, namely conjunctiva, larynx, oral mucosa, and other sites. So classically this disease has been described as a disease of old age, like it can present between 30 to 90 years of age, and the peak age of onset of the disease is after 70 years. However, there are few case reports which suggest that the disease can present in early age also. There are total like 10 to 14 number of cases which has been reported in the literature till date. So this is a retrospective case series in which we recruited the patient who were diagnosed as ocular MMP at our department and age less than 30 years between the 2021 to 2023. So we noted down their visual acuity, demographic, clinical features, clinical staging, and we send the biopsy, conjunctival or oral mucosal biopsy for them. And the final diagnosis of OCP was confirmed with the help of immunohistopathology or clinical phenotype. So this is another important scoring system, cicatrizing conjunctivitis score, which has been described by Sapna Sanbhag et al., which says that if you take careful medical history and clinical examination, we can rule out Stevens-Johnson syndrome as a cause of cicatrizing conjunctivitis as compared to as we can differentiate SJS from another non-SJS causes. So we send blood reports for indirect immunofluorescence, and we send biopsies for routine histopathology to rule out other clinical conditions like OSSN, keratoconjunctivitis, allergic keratoconjunctivitis, sarcoid, etc. So the direct immunofluorescence is the hallmark test, is the gold standard test which proves the presence of ocular MMP. So basically, Foster et al. Has described that the diagnostic criteria for diagnosing OMP is either a positive conjunctival DIF or DIF from any other mucosal site, or a negative DIF but a positive indirect immunofluorescence from blood, or even DIF and IF are not present, but the typical phenotype of progressive conjunctival scarring is there, and we have ruled out the other causes of the cicatricial conjunctivitis. We can make the diagnosis of OCP. So these are the all 7 patients we have diagnosed in the less than 30 years of age. The youngest patient was a 13-year-old female, and the eldest patient was 28-year-old male. So most of the patients, they were presenting in the advanced stage, like stage 3 or 4 of Foster staging, but few of them were in the stage 1 also. And 5 out of 7 patients, they had oral mucosal involvement in addition to the conjunctiva, and 1 patient has nasal ulcer also. So cicatrizing conjunctivitis score was very suggestive of non-SJS causes, like it was ranging from -1 to 0 to +1. So we could prove that we could prove the DIF based diagnosis in 6 out of 7 patients, and most of the patients required a strong kind of immunosuppressive therapy in the form of oral azathioprine or mycophenolate mofetil. But some of the patients, they were so they were so non-responding to the routine treatment, and they required IV rituximab or IV pulse cyclophosphamide or even IV methylprednisolone at times. So some of the patients required surgical intervention in the form of amniotic membrane grafts, and few of the patients, they were had recurrence also in the follow-up, and they required a stronger immunosuppressive therapy in the form of rituximab. So this is an index case just to describe how we treat this patient. This is 13-year-old female who presented with severe foreign body sensation, dryness from last 1 year, and she had excessive irritation of eyes with photophobia from last 3 months. She visited multiple hospitals throughout the northern part of country, but she did not report any kind of improvements. Again, when she presented to us, she was having 6/18 vision in both eyes with 0 scoring of TBAT and Sharma test. And we tried to treat her for the all kind of dry eye treatment, including artificial tear, topical steroid, topical cyclosporine, autologous serum for 1 month. But again, there was no reports of improvement from this patient. Again, the patient developed recurrent epithelial defect also. So at this time, we thought of rule out some kind of autoimmune diseases, but the workup was again inconclusive from the rheumatological side. So by the end of 1 month, this patient started developing some conjunctival fibrosis. So at this time, we got a clue that this patient might have some kind of mucous membrane pemphigoid. See, we referred the patient to the dermatology department. They sent oral mucosal biopsy. The oral mucosal biopsy was positive for immunoglobulins deposits at the basement membrane zone, which is characteristic of MMP. So she was started on oral steroid along with the topical steroid antibiotics, and she responded dramatically, symptomatically. Visual acuity improved to 6/9 in both eyes, but the Tibet and Sermers were still maintaining 0. The ocular surface staining was persisting, and we started the patient on azathioprine. So this is the 18-month follow of the patient. Now the patient is 6/6 with cross contact lenses in both eyes, and she has started developing, having improvement in the Tibet and Sharma score, but the patient is still on 2.5 milligram dose of oral steroid and azathioprine. But the patient is maintaining a symptom-free stage. So this is another patient. I will not go into details of each and every patient, but this is another patient. She was 16-year-old female. She was having conjunctival congestion cornea, neovascularization cornea, and we treated the patient on the same lines. This is another patient who presented with a very severe corneal thinning with a corneal melt up kind of picture in the left eye. Again, the patient was having conjunctival biopsy, and he was positive. The patient was managed on rituximab. So this is a similar case who presented having a sterile ring infiltrate kind of keratitis. So he was diagnosed acanthamoeba keratitis elsewhere. Then we could prove that this was ocular MMP. So the patient responded nicely. So this is another case. So I would suggest that classically MMP has been described in the old age, but in the young age the patients should be treated. They should be diagnosed. So we should maintain a lower threshold for diagnosing ocular MMP in the young age, so that in long term we can prevent severe blinding sequelae if diagnosed and treated timely.